What's up everyone, I'm CallumOnToast, and in today's video I'm going to be showcasing some battles submitted to the channel by citizennate, who's running a really fun triple B theme team in the Great League with Ribombee in the lead, Vespiquen as the save swap and often just utilised as a damage sponge, and Shadow Beedrill as a closer, and this thing is an absolutely deadly closer in these battles. With that being said, let's just get straight into the question of the day. What is your favourite bug-type Pokemon currently available in Pokemon Go? Let me know in the comment section down below, and with that being said, let's get into the battles now. Alright, so going into the first battle, we lead into an Altaria, so I'd imagine this is a pretty good matchup for the Ribombee here. So we are going to go straight for the Dazzling Gleam. They actually outpace us to a charge move, so it might not be too comfortable of a matchup as I thought it would be, because obviously Sky Attack will be super effective damage to a bug type. We go for the Dazzling Gleam, it does get shielded. They're going to outpace us, so we swap into Vespiquen, and we're just going to fully sacrifice it here. They get to a Sky Attack. We are also running a single move Vespiquen, so no power gem here for the coverage. We go for an X-Scissor, hopefully we get a shield. We do grab the shield, and we barely make it to another X-Scissor, although this is going to do absolutely no damage to the Altaria whatsoever, and they're pretty much going to be at a Sky Attack already. So we come back in with the Ribombee here, and unfortunately they do make it to a charge move. We're fully going to let the Ribombee go down as well, put it all on our Shadow Beedrill to fully sweep this opponent. They come in with a Tropius. We're already at the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb takes out the Tropius. They come back in with Altaria. They did bank a charge move, so that was a good play by the opponent, but we're able to farm them down now, and they come in with Azumarill. Can a Sludge Bomb take out this Azumarill from pretty much full health? We're going to see Sludge Bomb takes out the Azu, and Shadow Beedrill does fully sweep that team there. Into the next game, we see a Medicham in the lead, so another typically should be a good lead, but to be honest I have no clue if it's any good or not. We're going to go straight for the Dazzling Gleam here, and the opponent doesn't respect the damage. We fully one-shot them. They come in with a Diggersby, which is not the best matchup. They do have Fire Punch, but we do have 3 bug types. Bug does resist Mud Shot, so they're not going to be able to farm us down here. I think they will have to throw another Fire Punch to take us out, but we're going to make it a little bit easier for them, as we're going to swap into the Vespiquen here, and Fire Punch doesn't really do an awful lot. Vespiquen is quite bulky actually. You saw it did tank a Sky Attack fairly well. We go for an X-Scissor, we grab a shield from the opponent, and the opponent is already at another Fire Punch. We're going to let it go through, and unfortunately they beat us to yet another Fire Punch. Gonna let it go through, and Fire Punch barely doesn't take us out. We do hang on. We get off the X-Scissor, and X-Scissor barely doesn't take them out either, but we get the Fury Cutter farm down, and now they've got a Lantern in the back. We've got a 2 shield up against 1 shield scenario here, so we should be absolutely fine. They go for the Surf. We're going to go for a Drill Run, throwing on the CMP tie. Very nice timing here, and this should be grabbing the final shield from the opponent. We go for an unnecessary catch here. We give them extra farm, but we should still be able to make it to that second Drill Run just before they make it to the final charge move, and we do get there. There might have been a CMP tie, but we go for the Drill Run. It takes out the Lantern, and once again Shadow Beedrill is a great closer. Into the next game, we see a Kanto Raichu with a Santa hat. Don't see this too often, but we're going to go for the Bug Buzz, I believe. And Bug Buzz grabs a shield from the opponent, and we are going to let this move go through. They bait with a Brick Break. That's massive. It's actually double resisted because of the bug and fairy typing, and it looks like another CMP tie here. We grab both shields. We also get a defense drop, and they go for the Brick Break once again. We're now going to come in with the Shadow Beedrill here, and we will now respect the damage, and the opponent was running Wild Charge, so they do just like to bait. They're going to come in with Altaria, and once again, we're going to overfarm a little bit, go for the Sludge Bomb, and we'll see what happens here. Sludge Bomb does big damage. We swap into Vespiquen once again. Looks like we're lagging a bit, although it does seem mutual. We're going to let the Sky Attack go through once again as well, and hope that the Beedrill can sweep, but the opponent makes a brilliant catch, but they catch the X-Scissor onto a Gloom, so this opponent is running some pretty odd Pokemon here. We go for another X-Scissor, and at this point we should be fine. We're pretty close to a charge move already, and we get there. We actually overfarm just a little bit, throw the Drill Run, and this Altaria should go down to just 1-2 more Poison Jabs, and we take that game. Into the next battle, we see a Swampert in the lead. Now, we do actually resist the Mud Shot damage, but Hydro Cannon's still going to do a ton of damage here. We go for the Bug Buzz, and we win the CMP tie once again. We grab a shield from the opponent, and we are actually going to let this go through. Hydro Cannon just fully one-shots us there. I did not expect that, and they are able to get to another Hydro Cannon way before we get to an X-Scissor, and they throw just before we get to a charge move as well, so very good timing by the opponent. We're going to go for an X-Scissor. It doesn't do too much damage. We can actually live a Hydro Cannon, but the opponent does overfarm, so we can go for another X-Scissor, grabbing the final shield from the opponent. At this point, we let this go through. They're going to have to throw another one to take us out, and they do have the second Hydro Cannon already loaded, so they're going to throw it now. We should be able to Poison Jab farm down, and hopefully we can rely on Beedrill for another sweep. They actually come in with a Talonflame. We barely make it to the Sludge Bomb in time. How much does this do? It actually one-shots the Talonflame, and they've got a Scrafty in the back. We might be able to take this. We're going to have to shield a double resisted power-up punch just to preserve our health here. We go for another Sludge Bomb, and Sludge Bomb from this range doesn't quite take them out, but we get the Poison Jab farm down. And can we get the farm down? It's a simultaneous KO. Incredibly close game there, and this Shadow Beedrill is actually insane as a closer. But we see Azumarill into the next battle, and now we have double move the Vespiquen, so I do like this. We've got Power Gem for coverage. Honestly, it's not a great move, so it's not going to do much damage here, but we actually grab a shield from the opponent. Opponent has no idea what moves Vespiquen can learn, because if they knew, there's no way they would be shielding that. We're now going to let this move go through here from the Azu. Ice Beam does take us out, but we did waste a lot of their energy, and if we wait out the switch clock here, we can now come in with the Shadow Beedrill, and our switch clock is now up, but we're going to shield this up, and I assume we're going to overfarm massively and throw just before they make it to another Ice Beam. Or can we just get the full farm down? We get the farm down. That is so much better for us, and they come in with a Bastiodon, I believe that was. We go straight for the drill run. It does big damage. We can now go for a second drill run. This will probably grab a shield, and then we might swap out here. No, we're going to stay in. Can we get to the third drill run? Yes, we can, and this will be taking out the Bastiodon. They've got Altaria in the back, and this is an amazing matchup when they have no shields, because Ribombee is a fairly glassy Pokemon. We shield up the Sky attack, go for the Dazzling Gleam, and Dazzling Gleam takes out the Altaria from nearly full health. Insane damage, and we take that game. Into the next battle, we see a Pelipper in the lead, and yeah, not too great when we've got a triple bug team, but let's see if we can somehow pull this off. We go for the Dazzling Gleam, the opponent lets it go through, that's neutral damage, and we just one-shot a flying type. Oh my gosh. I mean, I know Pelipper isn't the bulkiest Pokemon, but that was still insane damage. And the opponent's going to come in with a Dedenne now, so this is just not great alignment. We go for the Power Gem. Honestly, it doesn't do too much damage. They did debuff us with an Icy Wind, so it makes sense. They go for a Discharge straight away. We're going to come in with the Shadow Beedrill, commit to a full farm down. They make it to another Discharge. We will shield this up, but we should be in a pretty good position now. We're going to resist the Poison Jab damage coming from the Sea King, and we go for a Drill Run straight away. And the opponent just lets it go through. What are you doing, opponent? You've got two shields. Use them. But we'll happily take that game. I think we still were in a pretty good position anyways. But into the next battle, we see a Talonflame lead. And this is not good. The only win condition here is if they don't know we've got Power Gem. And they don't. We one-shot the Talonflame. That is amazing. And now they're going to come in with Azumarill. They're probably going to shield this up because they are like, oh my gosh, they better not one-shot me again. No, they actually do let that go through, but it's a CMP tie, so very nice there. Ice Beam will take us out, and now we can come in with the Beedrill. We should have waited out the switch clock here because the opponent is not switch locked, but they're not swapping out, so that's absolutely fine. Gonna shield up the Ice Beam, and the opponent is just gonna let us farm them all the way down, and the reason for that is because they've got a Razor Leaf Ludicolo, which is gonna do absolutely awful up against the Beedrill. We're even gonna bank a charge move and then swap into Ribombee here for no reason whatsoever, but we will be able to grab the shield, and now at this point we should be able to just let this go through, and then we can come in, go for a Sludge Bomb with the Shadow Beedrill, and this will easily be enough damage to take out the Ludicolo, and we take that game. So into the next battle, we lead into a Shadow Zapdos. Some very nice spice. You love to see it. And we have to shield this up. Drill Peck probably one-shots us, to be completely honest. And we're going to go for the Dazzling Gleam. Hopefully they let us go through, because I think it's going to be a pretty difficult task to get rid of this Zapdos. Otherwise, we're going to have to let this go through, I believe, and then come in with the Beedrill and hope that we can shield once and fully Poison Jab farm them down. And that actually does look quite likely here. Going to shield up the Drill Peck, and we do get the farm down, so that is massive. They now come in with a Diggersby. Not ideal. We're going to go for the Drill Run here, and it does connect. We swap into the Vespiquen, and hopefully they just randomly go for an Earthquake here. Nope, they go for the Fire Punch, so the opponent isn't quite that bad. But yeah, they go for the Fire Punch again, and we should... Wow, okay, they come in with a Shadow Machamp. We're going to go for the X-Scissor. Both moves are resisted, but this is Stab, so it's going to do... I mean... It's not going to do more damage, but it is a lot cheaper, and hopefully they have to throw their move, and they do. They go for the Rock Slide, so that does take us out, and now we should be able to Poison Jab, fall them down, and hopefully we get to back-to-back drill runs in time up against this Diggersby. It's going to be incredibly close. We grab the shield. Can we get there? Yes, we can, but is it enough damage to take them out? Yes, it is, and Shadow Beedrill closing once again. Into the next battle, we see Registeel in the lead. Okay, that's quite bad for us, but we do at least resist a Focus Blast very heavily. But I mean, they're not going to throw Focus Blast anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But we do go for the Bug Buzz, get the defense drop, and I think, yeah, this is the right call. Just let it go down. That actually doesn't take us out. That's kind of surprising. But we can now come in with the Beedrill, and we do barely get outpaced to the charge move here, so... Zap Cannon will grab our shield, and now they swap into an Alolan Marowak. This is looking very bad for us. We go for the Drill Run, grabbing a shield, and yeah, I cannot see a way that we can possibly win this game. We go for another Drill Run, but it does connect. There might be a chance here. I think we have to let this move go through, and the opponent goes for a Bone Club bait. That's triple resisted. That's absolutely massive no shield call there. And we go for the X's. Unfortunately, that doesn't do enough damage to take them out there. It is double resisted. And now they go for a Shadow Ball. Massive damage. We are going to be able to go for an X-Scissor here. Hopefully, we grab the shield. That would be the best case scenario. But no shield. But they're going to let it go through. And maybe they let us go through. And maybe we get the farm down. It's going to be incredibly close. The opponent actually throws their energy, and now we just have to hope that like a 25% health Beedrill can sweep. They've got Chestnut in the back. This might be possible. Let's see. They go for the Frenzy Plant, and can we get the farm down here in time? The opponent goes for a catch, and this allows us to get the energy for back-to-back drill runs. First one, grabbing the shield. The second one will take out the Chestnut, and that was absolutely perfect end game play there by this trainer. I don't know how we managed to win that game. That shouldn't have been possible. But into, I believe, the final battle, we lead into Medicham. Can we one-shot another Medicham? The opponent is actually going to throw their energy before we throw ours, so that's good for them. We are going to go and overfarm just a little bit, go for the Dazzling Gleam, and will the opponent respect the damage? No, we one-shot another Medicham. They come in with a Bullet Seed Breloom here. And oh my gosh, look at how much damage the Fairy Winds have done. Wow, that's ridiculous. We come in with the Beedrill, get the Poison Jab, farm down, and they come in with a Lantern. We should be pretty good here. Gonna swap Tri-Catch the Surf. Doesn't work out, unfortunately, but I don't think it matters too much. We're gonna go for the X-Scissor, grabbing a shield as well. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to lose this game here. The opponent should probably just concede the match now. They go for a Surf bait. They go for another Surf. We will be able to make it to another X-Scissor, although they should be able to just fully farm us down. We go for the X-Scissor. The opponent lets it go through. They do get the full farm down here, but we've got nearly back-to-back drill runs already and 2 shields, so we're looking great. We shield up the Surf. We get to the back-to-back moves, but it doesn't matter. We get the Poison Jab farm down, and we take that game. So that's going to be it for today's video. Some incredibly fun battles. I'm sure there's at least one of you thinking, well, what does this team do up against Noctowl? Well, yes, of course, it's a triple B theme team. It's going to hard lose to Noctowl, but we still did manage to beat a few different flying types in this video. So if you did enjoy the battles, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment letting me know, and as well, don't forget to respond to the question of the day if you haven't done so already. And as for my opinion, I'm going to have to go with my shiny Shadow Venomoth. It's not quite as good as it used to be after the Poison Fang nerf. Not that it ever used to be great, but it was just a fun Pokemon to use. So yeah, I also do really like the look of it as well. I think it's my favorite shiny Shadow Pokemon that I have in my collection. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. If you want to see more content like this in the future, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And with that being said, thank you all so much for watching today's video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.